Hey guys, I'm super excited to talk to you about the Umbrella Academy Season 3. Now, fair warning, full disclosure, you guys, this is going to include spoilers. This is my spoiler review where I'm going to touch on the few things I really couldn't dive into in my spoiler-free review, which is already up here. So if you haven't watched this season yet, go check out my spoiler-free review and then come back and we'll talk about the things that I know you guys want to talk about too. And guys, sound off in the comments with spoilers. Let's talk. Let's discuss. I'm excited to dive into the comments here and go back and forth with you guys and really dissect and discuss this season. But before we dive into spoilers for season 3 of the Umbrella Academy, if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Okay, let's talk the Umbrella Academy. Okay, guys, so there's just a few things I really want to talk about, and then the majority of this discussion, it's going to take place in the comments. But again, one more warning, guys. Guys, spoilers. I'm going to be talking massive spoilers for this season, including and especially for where we end up at the end. So I've got to say, one of the main reasons I loved this season so much was getting to have these other siblings, I guess you would call them, right? The Sparrows, and getting kind of a freshness here, right? We've got new powers, we've got new characters, and just the way they all interacted together I thought was a lot of fun. I was very shocked at the way they just continued to kill them off throughout the season. I thought that was very smart. Of course, it allowed us to focus more on the Umbrella siblings versus the Sparrow siblings, but of course I really did enjoy getting Ben, even if he was a little bit different than the Ben we know and love from the previous seasons. It was exciting to get some time with him and to kind of see the other siblings get a chance with him, because before it was only Klaus who could see him. So especially like him in 5 and him in Luther, even though it's a different Ben, I enjoyed their moments. Now, I also really enjoyed the way they handled the transition from Vanya to Victor. I thought it was great. Yes, there was several mentions of it, which I really enjoyed, how we had the interactions with him and his siblings several times over with the different ones, right? Especially giving them their moments, especially between Allison and Victor. Very much thought that was great. Love how Diego was just kind of like, yeah, we don't care, but hey, you don't speak for us, bro. Like, that was so great. I just really enjoyed how seamless it was. Thought that was a very smart way to handle it, because in all honesty, Netflix, the writers, whoever could have said, no, we're going to say we mess with time. All right, all of a sudden Vanya became Victor. Somehow that happened because of time and this whole timeline mess. And instead they really handled it as a transition, which I thoroughly thought was, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. You guys let me know what you thought about that in the comments. But let's also talk about Allison. Now, she has gone through a lot in especially last season, right? So to have her here, and obviously this is a different timeline where they didn't exist. That's where the problem comes. It's not like they might run into the other version of themselves. It's like, oh no, okay, they don't actually exist in this timeline because their parents are dead, their moms are dead, which that's a whole other thing that we'll talk about in a second. But Allison has lost, her husband, the love of her life. We knew that was going to happen. She knew that was going to happen when she did this. And then now she's also lost her daughter. I get it, girl. But oh my gosh, I've seen some people talk about some other critics that have seen this this season that I was discussing with. They said she's kind of the Wanda Maximoff of the Umbrella Academy. And they aren't wrong. She goes way off the deep end. She's crazy. She kills Harlan, which how exciting was it to see Harlan back? I was very excited when we learned who he was, that big reveal. I thought it was great. I thought it was really well done how they handled that. And it kind of makes sense, right? That he would go nuts when his mom died. And I also really felt for Victor, that whole reveal. But the way Victor handled it wasn't really great either. I think Allison and Victor were, honestly, they're both wrong. This wasn't like the best way to handle this situation. Victor was very much picturing the little boy that he knew and was kind of a father figure-ish to when he was with Harlan's mom. So I get it, right? But like, he was wrong. Harlan was wrong. Like, he killed their parents or their moms. I know it wasn't on purpose, but it happened. It was crazy. I don't know. I thought that was really great because I thought for sure it was Reginald somehow. And then for them, and they kind of led us down that path, and then for them to change that was interesting, a nice twist. And then speaking of Reginald, how amazing was Reginald and Klaus getting these moments that they very much needed. One of my favorite scenes in the entire season is just Klaus and his dad playing catch and him just repeatedly getting hit by buses and cars and dying. Like, that was so funny. I really thought that was great as well. Of course, we've got Ashtray from Euphoria. That was very exciting to see him join the cast. I adore him in Euphoria. But, you know, come on, to lose him again, like, for him to die. I mean, he dies in Euphoria. We don't need him dying here, too. But we did, unfortunately, seeing the whole two hotels connected was really great. I had touched on some of my CGI visual effects issues that I had, which, again, you never know with the screeners. Sometimes that is not what is fully released, so they could be fixed. I'm not sure as I'm recording this, but my issues were when you have Five kind of sitting there at the end of the world, there's one part behind him looks great, but when you look out forward, it just kind of was a hot mess. And then behind him, it did at times look like green screen. It was almost very obviously green screen, which I didn't like. So hopefully that is fixed before the final product. But you know what? For me, whatever, no big deal. I mean, this season is very different than what we are used to, but I really, really thought it was great. I love seeing Reginald. He goes off his pills and he just starts messing with things and he just goes off the deep end. And for him to construct this new timeline, basically, and to have made this deal with Allison, which I totally knew it was her, and I was so excited when I figured that, or when it was like fully revealed that it was her, for her to have both her husband and her daughter. It's very interesting in this crazy new time with Reginald with his wife, like what's going to happen here. No powers involved. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. Sloane, who knows what's going to happen with Sloane? Is Luther going to be able to find Sloane? Was Sloane actually born in this timeline? I mean, probably. But, you know, they've got to do that whole re-falling in love. For him, it's his wife. For her, she's going to be like, who's this dude? This is weird and creepy. So there's a lot going on here. I don't know where they're going to go with season 4. You guys let me know what you think they are going to do down below in the comments. Because we need to talk, we need to discuss. Give me all your theories because I have no clue where they can go from here. But I'll tell you what, I am along for the ride and I am here for it. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys. You can check me out at MamasGeeky.com. You can also check me out over on Instagram, Twitter, and yes, I'm on TikTok now. MamasGeeky, MamasGeeky. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much to all my monetary supporters, my members, and my Patreons. Love you guys.